my name is Cassie and I'm here at the Urban Farming Institute in Oakland Park with our Act Now Nourishing Ourselves Holistically series, where we highlight a variety of different healthy habits that you can incorporate into your everyday life to support your health through mind, body, and soul. So just a reminder, we're going to be covering not only nutrition tips, but also gardening tips, meditation tips, stress management, physical activity, and just a lot of different things that you can do to support your health, which is especially important during this challenging time, but stuff that we should also be doing all the time. So today I want to talk to you about some tips for grocery shopping. So as a fellow Floridian, I normally am used to stocking up on certain things, especially during a hurricane. But unlike a hurricane, one of the benefits or luxuries that we have is that we don't plan on losing power. So I get to still use my refrigerator and my freezer. But more importantly, I don't want anyone to panic. We don't need to hoard anything. We can just choose to grocery shop strategically so we can really support our family and still make nutrition a priority. So what we don't want to do is take this time at home and use it as an excuse to eat nothing but junk. So one of the things that I noticed when I went to the grocery store is that there was still a lot of fruits and vegetables, but the snack aisle with all the potato chips and the candy, those were cleared out. And so as we know, fruits and vegetables and nutrition especially is really important for our body's functioning and immune health. So we want to still make nutrition a priority. So a few pantry or shelf-stable essentials that we might be familiar with are going to be things like grains, rice, pasta, oatmeal, even quinoa. We also have beans, so there's a variety of different beans that we can get. Nut butters, which is another thing that doesn't necessarily require refrigeration. Any type of sweetener that you might want to use. I love honey. That's my personal favorite. Our honey right here is local from Broward County. Maybe some shelf-stable milk. So you could do plant-based milk or regular milk as well. If you don't have access to shelf-stable milk, what you can do is buy milk and put it in a separate container and actually freeze it. So that's another way that you can make sure that you have milk. And then what we also want to talk about is produce. So we might be limiting our trips to the grocery store right now in an effort to not only protect ourselves, but protect our community. So we still want to make sure that we're getting fruits and vegetables. So if you're maybe going every 2 weeks, don't be afraid to buy fresh produce while it's there. That way you can eat it the first couple days that you bring it home. Just a couple reminders about any fresh produce that you're going to be buying from your grocery store. So these right here do come in a container, but I want to make sure that I wash them really well. Anything that you might be touching or other people might have touched, such as bananas or apples, that's another thing that you really want to make sure that you wash. You can use some water and a little bit of white vinegar. You could use soap and water, but if you're trying to preserve your soap, remember just a nice sink full of water and vinegar. Of course, any of the produce that's already been washed and prepared that's in a bag is relatively safe to eat. The next thing I want to talk about is canned fruits and vegetables. So cans sometimes kind of get a bad rap, but they're not, anything to shy away from. So even though there is some heating used in the canning process, you might lose a little bit of the vitamins or the ones that are less stable, but you will not lose all of them. And so that means that our fruits and vegetables that come in a can are still packed with essential nutrients. Now, some people might worry about their sodium intake, and so there's two ways that you can address that. You can spend a little bit more money normally to buy the sodium-free canned, or you can actually rinse the vegetable or fruit or whatever item is in the can off. So whatever liquid it comes, you just drain that, rinse it really well. Once again, you might lose a few nutrients through the rinsing process, but you're still going to have a lot of those essential nutrients left in the can or in the vegetable. Another thing that we might not think about is it is important to wash the outside of the can as well. So, we're really concerned with what's in it, but what you do want to remember is that everybody or a lot of people have been probably touching the can on the shelf, trying to see, what's in it, how many servings. And so just as an added precaution right now, take some time to wash the outside of your can as well before you use it. The next thing I want to talk about is frozen fruit and vegetables. Once again, I know that sometimes we all prefer fresh fruits and vegetables, especially because of the taste, and we think that, they're healthier for us. But this is another thing that we shouldn't shy away from for frozen fruit and vegetables. So what we know is that they're normally picked for optimal freshness, and then they are washed and prepared right then and there and frozen. So not only are they packed with a bunch of nutrients, but they're almost ready to use as soon as you open the bag. So if you're getting frozen fruit, there's a lot of different things that you can do with it besides smoothies. Of course, smoothies are my favorite, but you can also make popsicles, you can make a fruit salad. In another one of our series, we're going to talk about maybe some fun, refreshing drinks that you can make with it. And then, of course, we have vegetables. So, you know, especially great because they last in your freezer for a while. They're already cut, ready to go. You can use them in stir fries. You can use them in soup. Maybe you have a crock pot. You just kind of leave it in there all day. And those are other things that we'll definitely be bringing to you through our Act Now series. It's just different recipes using a variety of fresh, canned, and frozen fruits and vegetables. So, you know, like I said, always remember that consuming fruits and vegetables is a great way to support our body's health, and it's really important right now to support our body's natural defense system. And so don't use this time as an excuse just to eat a bunch of potato chips. You know, everything in moderation, where most of our diet is coming from healthier foods like fruits and vegetables that are packed with those nutrients. And so just a, you know, quick reminder, don't shy away from canned fruits and vegetables. Don't be afraid of frozen. And if you do have the luxury of still buying fresh produce, remember to wash it really well. So be sure to like us on Facebook, subscribe to our videos, as well as like this video so you can stay up to date on more videos in our Act Now Nourishing Ourselves Holistically.